local officials have confirmed 11 fatalities in this accident. And again, I'll just repeat that this is the deadliest accident in the U.S. involving a civil airplane since 2011.
Initially, when we first reported how many were deceased, why did we say 9, not 11?
That happens when accidents occur, that the numbers change over time, which is often why we don't confirm fatalities and we leave that up to the local officials. It's just the nature of any accident that numbers change over time.
I'm Allison Blair with Hawaii News Now. Why were those 2 names left off the manifest?
The question is, why were those 2 names left off that manifest? I do not know that they were left off that manifest. That's something that we will look at as part of the investigation. We will be collecting information about the manifest, certainly the passengers, the pilot, the aircraft. Weather will also be looking at oversight of skydiving operations, including this operation.
Can you describe when you say you're collecting perishable evidence, what exactly is that?
The question is, can I describe what perishable evidence means? It's anything from information on the pilot, could include training records, logbooks. We'll be looking at the aircraft itself, which will be looking at inspection records, maintenance records. We will interview witnesses. We will look at FAA oversight of this operation. And we will be looking at the weather at the time of the accident, although I will state we have weather specialists, but we do understand that it was clear with a light wind.
Any idea?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Nicole with KITV. Is there any way that was overloaded at the time on that plane? Because we talked to another aviation expert who said they might have overloaded the plane with too many people.
The question is, was the plane overloaded with too many people? The aircraft itself is outfitted for 13 people. Weight and balance has a factor in the safety of these operations, and that's a calculation that needs to be made before a plane is operated. And that is something we'll be looking at as part of this investigation. It has been a factor in other investigations that we've looked at, so it would be normal to look at it as part of this one as well. Yes.
This particular aircraft does have a history. In 2016, it was also in, it had mechanical issues. Why was it allowed to be in operation this time?
The question is, you asked a question about the operation of this aircraft in 2016 and the history of the plane. This plane was involved in another accident in 2016 in California. The pilot lost control of that aircraft and there was substantial damage to the tail section of that plane. But like other modes of transportation, you would conduct repairs and make sure that that is inspected. And so we will be looking at the quality of those repairs and whether it was inspected and whether it was airworthy before being returned to service. The question is, how long will the structures be on the airfield before we remove it? We will be removing it shortly to a secure location. Do you want to add anything to that?
No, we anticipate probably between 3 to 4 days, and then we'll be removing it to a secure location.
We will issue a preliminary report on this investigation within the next 10 to 14 days. A final report is usually issued between 18 to 24 months, but we have many times in that time issued urgent safety recommendations if we feel a safety issue raises concerns and we want to get some information out to ensure safety of operations. The plane had, it was about 5,500 feet from roll, which is about 1.25 miles. It turned to the left and then came to rest inverted on the north side of the runway off of runway 8.
Does this plane have a black box?
This plane, not that we're aware of, yes. The question is there a defect with the runway? That is part of every investigation that we will look at, the runway itself and other operations here at the airfield.